Well, thank y'all. Oh, we love you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, well, let's take some questions and then we can start drinking again.
There's the bathroom in the back, there's one in the lobby. If you need to leave, we'll awkwardly watch you walk out, it's fine.
There's an alley back there. So any questions?
What you want to know?
It's all right. I can't see him.
Yes.
The actress that was Nolita's mother, she's not recognized for a long time. Like
Carol Cook, who was on the Lucy Show, and Lucille Ball's protege. And 16 Candles, the grandmother who was smoking. Yeah. American Gigolo. She's had a great career. She was in one of my plays in 1993. Now she's 93 years old and doing that kind of work. Yeah. Yeah, sharp as she can be.
Who else? Yes, sir.
Well, besides killing people, so how much did you film in Manitoba and how much in Texas?
We shot this movie in 15 days. 11 and a half days.
Wow.
Yes, it was a rodeo. 11 and a half days in Winnipeg and 3 and a half days in Dallas. Essentially, all of my scenes and the Rose Room, the S4, and Mitchell Gold, Bob Williams were in Dallas, and everything else was in Canada.
Wow.
How great was Emerson Collins? That's the serial killer with a little bit of heart. All right. Yes, right there in the middle. It's hard to see it.
what's the story you got Whoopi Goldberg?
All right. Yes. Well, we love answering that question. Caroline Ray is very good friends with Whoopi. So when we were doing the series, how many of y'all saw the series? Caroline introduced Whoopi to the series, and Whoopi just became obsessed with the series. One day I get a phone call from Caroline, and she said, "Hey, Del, there's someone here who wants to talk to you." So she hands the phone, and this voice comes on, "Hey, Del, it's Whoopi. How did you get so fucked up, baby?" I said, "Well, my daddy was a Southern Baptist preacher." She said, "Ooh, that's all you gotta say." So it turned out her grandfather was a minister, and we shared some damage. And then she said, "I would love to work with you. If you have a second season, write me in." And I did, and we didn't. So I wrote this many years later, and Caroline was having lunch with Whoopi, and she said, "Del Shores has written a sequel to Sordid Lives, and it's great." And Whoopi goes, "Well, am I in it?" And Caroline goes, "You sure are." So she calls me after the lunch, and she said, "You got to put Whoopi in this." So I did, and I'll let Emerson take this story.
Well, and then as the pessimistic producer, I thought, that is so lovely, and it will never happen. I mean, she's she's busy, that's crazy. So we got to Canada and into pre-production and worked out, here's our 2-week shoot schedule. And so I sent them the date and said, "We'd like to shoot the wedding on this day." And they said, "We're so sorry, she's not available." And I thought, well, okay, this is all 12 days of our shoot. Is she available at any point in this process? And they said, yes, she's available this one Friday night from 6 p.m. to midnight. And I said, we'll take it. Now, Whoopi doesn't fly. So she got in her very fancy bus on a Thursday at 12:30 after shooting The View and drove 27 hours to Winnipeg, Manitoba to arrive in our base camp at 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon. I was nervous and terrified. We stood outside the bus and made Caroline get on first. She's your friend, we're glad she's here, I hope it'll be fine. And she said, "Get on here." And so Whoopi looked at us and said, "I don't know where I am, but I'm sure glad to be here." And we were so excited, and I think this is a reflection of why so many great actors come to do Del's work in our low-budget film world, because he said, you've been an ally for our community for so many years, you understand it's a sermon, you can just make it your own and say what you want. And she said, "Well, what you wrote is rather brilliant. How about I just say that?" And I love that. And so she shot with us for 5 hours. She was amazing with all of the cast, with all of the crew, gracious and friendly. She shot a little 6-minute thing that's going to be on the DVD. So we got to the end of the evening, and I was walking her back to the bus, and she said, Honey, I just get on the bus, I go to the back and fall asleep, and I get off and they tell me I'm at the next place. I have no idea where I am. And I said, you know, that's so interesting. Your people spend so many years working to get to the front of the bus. And she said, oh, honey, the difference is now I own the bus.
Good job. Yeah, she's wonderful. Wonderful to work with. She's a great star. And y'all, just so you know, I know you missed some lines because I was listening back there. The DVD comes out on October the 17th. You can go to averysordidwedding.com and hit the button and pre-order it. We are the #1 LGBT film right now on Amazon. So we're trying to stay here. We're trying to break records.
DVD extra features we're all excited about. What else? Yes.
So, Dale Shores, I'm from Snyder, Texas.
Oh, wow.
So, my good friend from Snyder went to go see you in Texas Tech when you were up there. Loved
Oh,
it.
wow.
Yeah, so, and this is last week was the anniversary of my grandmother passing away, and I showed this movie to my grandmother. And
Did they kill her?
And she was like, that was real good. Thank you for showing me that. Can we watch something else?
Can we watch Touch My Angel now? Oh, I love that. Yeah, Snyder. Wow. All right, well, thank you. Thank you so much. So you grew up with a little damage yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well,
This is right here. Yeah.
Yeah, is this kind of the final wrap-up, or do you plan on doing more of this sort of?
no, it is. It is the final. I mean, if you really, next time you see it after you order the DVD, notice it really wraps it up. And that's what I intended for this. I wanted this to be the last chapter of Sordid Lives. It just felt like that it was a great ending. And I'm so pleased that it came out the way it did and that y'all are all responding the way you are. So don't you think it's a good ending? Yeah. What am I going to do? A very sordid twins? I mean, you know. So.
Yes, sir.
I know. Yes, they keep saying that.
My question was for Emerson. How long were you in makeup for the tattoos?
It was a 90-minute process. The first day only. We shot all my stuff in 2 days. And they print it now onto a special transfer paper, but straight out of a computer printer, lay it on water, adheres it to the skin, and then they seal it with an FX sealant to age it a little bit. But yeah, 18 of them, 90 minutes, and then the second morning we just replaced where they'd rubbed a little bit, but quick and easy. And none of them are real. That's usually the follow-up to that.
Last night in Walla Walla, he took off his shirt and proved it to the audience.
Well, the other follow-up to the questions... follow-up question that everyone has been so polite tonight and no one has asked. Often there is a man of the homosexual persuasion who will ask, is it a monster? And the answer is, unfortunately, that is false advertising. It's perfectly proportional and I've never had any complaints. No, it's always somebody disappointed. I'm so sorry.
Yes, right over there.
Dale, what happened to Beth Grant?
Beth was offered the role and she declined. And thank God for Del Dickey. How fucking great is she in this movie? Del Dickey, it's so funny. Del Dickey has been in all versions of Sordid Lives. She was, no, she wasn't Celine Hinkle, but she was Glendora Roberts
yeah.
in the series. And she was also, if you remember the first movie, she was the woman who superglued her husband's dick to his stomach. So Del Dickey and I have worked together 15 times, and she is just such an amazing human being and a great actress. So it was an honor to have her in this, and it's all good.
Oh, well. Yeah.
How did you, why Tammy Wynette? Like, what inspired Tammy Wynette?
Well, I am brother boy. I mean, you know, I always say I did not have to reach too far for the research that brother boy had. My obsession was, you know, like a lot of gay boys love Madonna, I love Tammy Wynette like that. So that was, she was that for me. And the great thing that happened with Tammy Wynette is when I wrote the play Sordid Lives in 1996, Buddy Killen, who Google him, he owned Tree Publishing and produced Tammy, came to see the play in a 64-seat house. And afterwards, he came up to me and he said, "Would you mind me taking a script to Tammy Wynette?" And I was like, oh my God, she's gonna hate this drag queen. And I get a call one day and she wanted me to come to Nashville to meet her and to hang out. And I went to the CMA Awards with Tammy Wynette the last time she was nominated. Wow. I said, I was so scared that you weren't going to like it. She said, well, it's kind of bent. And then her daughter, Georgette Jones, all her daughters are obsessed with Sordid Lives. And her daughter, Georgette Jones, played her in the series. So, anything else before we...
Yes, sir.
Dale, I just want to thank you as another Southerner. I'm from Bauxite, Arkansas. You give those of us from the South a movie to share with our families, to, you know, get them to laugh. That way they can move forward with themselves.
Oh, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I was always amazed at how many people wrote me and told me that they came out to their family by showing their family's Sordid Lives, the first one, and I thought, well, that's fucked up. I'll take it. And I get letters from moms and dads and aunts and uncles who love the humor and recognize someone. And you know, I noticed it felt like there were a lot of. How many are from the South? Because I was, yeah. Oh, I knew it brought you out because all the church stuff was really resonating with you tonight, and y'all were like, yes. So thanks. Anything else before we?
Where in Texas are you?
I grew up early childhood in this town, Winters, Texas. And then we moved to South Texas, to Zapata, Texas, where my dad was the minister there and my mom was the high school drama teacher. So there you it all tracks back.
Yeah.
We lived in Palm Springs for 10 years, and you know they had that play Sordid Lives for not just to go on for like 5 years in the Camelot Theater.
96 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. You think that was your next movie this time around? Tom?
It's not going to go as long, but it's still going.
It's still running. We opened it there. We did the world premiere in Palm Springs because of that. That theater, the Camelot in Palm Springs, credits Sordid Lives with saving their theater. So they put money in the movie for the world premiere, and we started there March 10th, and now it's running weekend matinees, but it's still going there.
So I don't know if it will continue after the DVD comes out or not. It'll never get to the 96 weeks, but it sure has been a nice run there this time around. There was one other question I saw.
I have one more, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I read somewhere, I don't know if it's true, that Sissy was inspired by your real aunt? Is that
My real Aunt Sissy, yes. My mother's aunt was only 3 years older than her, and I was really close to my Aunt Sissy. I loved her because she just said, I'm done with the church. And I was telling Emerson today, we were driving, I said, you know, I loved going to Winters, Texas during the summer because it was the only time I didn't have to go to church because my Aunt Sissy didn't make me go to church. And she died, she died 3 years ago. She was 80 years old. And she died with a nicotine patch behind her ear. When she was in the hospital, is that a nicotine patch? She said, we didn't want her to go into shock, you know. I know, it's fucked up, y'all.
I'm from Texas too, but my people are just not that trashy.
My people smoke with patches. I mean, there's like, I'm trying to quit, I got a patch on. It looks like somebody's done that here. Okay. Any final words?
Did your Aunt Sissy Sissy actually do rubber band therapy as well?
No, she did not, but she did quit smoking for 3 days one time. And that was it. She told me, she said, I'm done, I'm never going to try it again. And she didn't. She smoked till, until she went into the hospital and they put the patch behind her ear. So that was actually, Leslie Jordan told me about somebody who did that, who paid $2,000 at a clinic and he got patched up with bands. So I'm going to get to that business.
Thank you for coming to Portland.
Oh, thank you so much.
And thank you to the Prince Studio for having us. They really make Independent Fun possible. If you have VIP wristbands, just hang out for a minute. We'll let everybody else clear out and come down. We'll take pictures, talk, and jaw till they tell us.
Yeah, we'll take pictures, whatever. We'll sign anything you want us to.